When I tell you the level of livid I am, because it will not show. It recorded it all, thank goodness. But it keeps showing that like you can't get onto the live. Like if I'm trying to use my own to get onto the live and it won't let me and it just spins. So we're gonna finish this. Irritating as all get out. But so I had to do that just to make sure because it has been acting a donkey way too much. Let's get back to this. This individual is before they move forward, it's like they want to make sure. I don't know why it feels like like they want to make sure they know they're a good person, but it's like but it's almost like how did I get to this place? How did I let it get here? And feeling guilty for wanting this new life. And that is where they're at. I feel like they're about to move through that though, because the song that was channeled on the first part was Hail Mary, again by Shabuzi featuring Sierra Pharrell. It's a Hail Mary. Like they're like, it may be too late, but I'm gonna give it one, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot and see if it works. They've waited on this to the point where it's like maybe even in their head, they're like, they didn't think that it was worth. I don't know if they think whatever they walked away from is going to look poorly on them for wherever they're going, and so wherever whoever they want to move towards isn't going to want it, or if they were just in their mind for too much time, so because they were in hermit mode, and then Four Swords, they had to clear their mind and get a better perspective of this, look at it differently, um, because they are deserving of this. They're deserving of this new life that includes love, and I want to say a new lover. And but they sat there for some time. So obviously they're going to move into the idea of the Hail Mary thing is just something that we're going to use star material that keeps coming through. Like they were in their mind way, way, way too much, way, way too much, and they didn't take the next step. They didn't take the next step. So sorry, guys. This is a general read. This isn't individual reads. Sorry. Well, they are at a better place. There's a sense of harmony. Like they've kind of moved through the energy we talked about in the first part. There were issues with the live. I had to restart. Sorry, guys. Waiting for the others to come back but YouTube's been doing what YouTube does. They've moved through it. I want to say alchemized, but it's more like they've moved through it. They've processed through it. They do know they want this. They do know they deserve it. I think what I discussed in part one was really about their processing of it. And again, they did give themselves to someone that didn't, someone, something, a life that didn't necessarily reciprocate the way in which they wanted it to. And I just feel like saying, and this may also be a part of the guilty, like they knew they could have better. They knew there was better. And they're going to muster up. We got the Page of Swords. I feel like it's a reaching out. They moved through that energy. There's a reaching out, strength, whatever was going on mentally that prevented them from feeling like they deserved or could move towards this. I think they recognize that if they wait too long, again, because new life is waiting. It's not on its way. It's not a possibility. It is a reality for them right now that they're standing at the fucking door and they have not opened the door. So they couldn't reach out or move towards or communicate or anything until they worked through this. Because on each side of the Page of Swords, Temperance and the Strength card, that is that is how they're getting the strength to reach out. In what capacity? King of Wands. Yes. Okay. So this goes to Saturday's reading where the King of Swords need to get out of the King of Swords energy and into the King of Wands. What has given them the balls to do this finally? I mean, sure, there's a sense of working through, transmuting, and processing all of that. Was that sufficient enough? See, I don't think that was sufficient enough. They're still having to be brave again because it's possibly too late. I feel like there was a time window because they've left something or someone waiting. If this is a job, you only got so long to respond. If a friend offered you a position and you didn't get back to them and you waited, and you're like, oh my God, I hope it's not too late. There's this idea of I hope it's not too late. So there is a bit of like a anxiety around this. And so that's the idea of the strength card is having to kind of like quiet the inner beast that wants to freak the fuck out and to step into the King of Wands. Very motivated, determined, focused, singularly focused, gung ho, all about this. King of Wands goes after what he wants and ain't nothing stopping him. The Lovers! I told you. Okay, so they're going to, this is reaching out to somebody. Someone that they have maybe waited too long on. That is like a doorway. This person's a doorway to a new life. Oh, sorry, woman. Um, now they've used lovers twice. This is a higher level connection. This isn't just the next person in a list of potentials. This is, again, it's their new life. I wonder how they know this. I think they felt the draw to their new life before before the door ever showed up. Remember, again, it was going off in stages. It was kind of like dissolving in stages. And then, so it was really a long process. And they've been disconnected from that old life long before they even started the process of disengaging. And so, like, or like closing the door or, pulling away from whatever the fuck you want to call it. Two of Wands. They feel empowered to act. With passion, they're saying. Like, this isn't just taking a step like the Two of Pentacles towards something. This is, why are you using that word? Fervently moving towards somebody, like with a fever, with a passion, with a determination. It's like having confidence, like showing up with, I mean, it's the same as the Hail Mary, right? The likelihood of getting it is slim, but you're going to fucking give it your all in case you win, in case you score. It's worth it. Yeah, that's why. High Priestess. There's just this because I know that this is a door to my new life. I know it. I know it is. And as with the high priestess, it's written, but it's not a reality yet. That would be the hierophant. It's not made manifest into your reality because I know. Yeah. Look at this is them. This is the Eight of Swords. Like how meek. This is like a representation of their inner child, the core, that call. And you've got all the crow up here, spirit telling them, come on, trying to draw them out, trying to get them to act. And they just felt they were trapped in their mind. Well, we already knew that. We already knew that. So really, their new life has been waiting, not because there was any kind of obstacle or sincere. Um, I mean, I guess this is sincere. I mean, there was no real reason for it to be delayed. I'm getting. I read a lot earlier, um, over the summer, something about the summer months all the way through Leo season to the end of Leo season. Like there was some major emphasis on like there was like a 4 month time frame all the way to the end of Leo season. And this might be the straggler that didn't do like because I'm getting like it should have like they've been sitting on this at least since June. I feel like there was the door to their old life really closed probably April, May. Like the final thing. If this was a divorce, it would be not even necessarily like a court order being signed finally. It could have been like, sometimes there's still back and forth, right? On certain things. I need you to sign this. Oh, this came up. And it's like, so it still felt like a presence in your life. And then finally, the first decision you get to make in your life, totally and completely without the other person, you realize, okay. And you realize the door is shut to my old life. But then you're just with yourself. And you know that your new life is calling. And you may have even heard something knocking from the other side of that fucking door. And you're just staring at that door. And you turn around, like with the Five of Cups, and you're just looking at your life in this moment. All the things you thought. And again, this could be a job. Like, there's so many scenarios where this works, but they're definitely talking about some level of commitment, like a soul time. Whoever this is, again, as with Saturday, they don't trust how much they desire something. There's this hesitancy because of the level of desire. The devil. It's almost like, is it is it obsession or is it desire? Is it desire or is it lust? Is it like it's so strong they don't like the idea of it consuming them. But the thing is again, they had abandoned themselves once again by making them by waiting. Always trying to do the integral and right thing for others, all the while not doing that for themselves, not being in integrity with themselves and honoring what it is that they wanted, acknowledging the truth, moving in that direction because they are so concerned with honoring other people and being, I keep getting this being the man I say that I am. And it's like, that's not the man. I keep getting that phrase, you were meant to be, where you self sacrifice while receiving nothing. That was never a part of the plan. You're still honorable, you're still integral, you're still upstanding. Um, you still have a good heart. It's when do you get that? Again, justice, because you deserve it. You should be carrying no shame or guilt into your new life for having answered some internal call, like with the hermit. You have no reason to feel any guilt or shame. Your old life outlived itself, and you're doing it yet once again. This self sacrificial thing when there's your new life is waiting. Don't doubt the desire that you have. And don't let the thoughts of it's too late to keep you from making that Hail Mary pass. Give it a shot. Because as with the moon, something's still in flux. If only you could, again, I do feel like somebody has worked to calm their mind, but the death card with the Nine of Swords came out. I don't think this is about being afraid of a new life. I think that this is somebody really wants to make sure that they're a good man. That I am reading about a masculine who identifies as a man because I keep getting these specifically messaged like that. You will scrutinize yourself to the point of oblivion. It's like feeling like I'm a good man, but then the litmus test that you have to determine that you are not being compassionate or showing yourself any level of grace. And again, we had the hanged man. You need to see this differently. That's why this message is coming out. You need to see this differently. You are a good man. You are integral. You honored the self, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you didn't do anything wrong by releasing your old life. You did it in the best possible way you could have. Even if you feel as though it happened in stages and there were different tower moments, you were the integral man you desire to be, and you still are. But let's revisit what integrity means. When words, actions, and energy all match. And right now, your energy is begging your desire. So energy is your intentions, your desire, the thing that fuels your words and your actions, right? It is begging to move into this new life. You have thought about moving into this new life, but you're not doing it. So you're not in integrity with yourself. You're not honoring yourself. Being a good man is not marked by fulfilling other people's desires so that they say that I'm a good man. It is not moving in such a manner that you sacrifice yourself so much so that you can uphold and be responsible for other people's emotions and their mental capacities. That is not your job. but you act and move as though it is. You must let go of that before you walk through the door, before this can manifest your font in your reality, before you commit, before you walk in through that door to your new life, to a new person. You have to let go of any shred of doubt. You will color this next relationship or this next. And what I feel like saying is, it's as simple as looking at it differently. It is as simple as realizing you fucking deserve this. You always did. You tried your best. You gave your all. You poured your heart into it. You may have thought that working harder and doing more shadow work, as we call it in the woo woo world, and like doing all those kind of things was going to improve. You outgrew a situation that does not reflect negatively on you in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes things are just what they are. You've done nothing wrong. You've always deserved what you're about to walk into. You deserve this higher level of commitment. Let it quit making your new life wait. Drop the walls. And let love in. Let love guide you. Let your heart guide you. Um, I also want to say once you reach out to this person, walk through that door, um, we've got the death with Eight of Swords, Devil, and Nine of Swords. I'm telling you, if you're brave enough, like the Strength card, and you just move forward, there's something about connecting with your new life that helps you to let go of that. It'll make your heart as light as a feather. It almost melts it away. Any of the doubts, the anxieties, the worries, the concerns, the second guessing about the self. You know what you want. You will realize just how right this was. Mhm. It will. And we have a high priestess and the Hierophant on here. So this is absolutely a true match. So When is this? Because I feel like it is. The Hail Mary is going to happen this week. It is going to happen. It's going to be like out of nowhere. Again, remember Seven of Pentacles, the idea that it feels like it's too late, like it's like past its time. And so whatever was planted, whatever seed was there, didn't come to fruition. I feel like the masculine is going to, out of the clear blue sky, send that message, communicate, reach out in whatever form is. Get a couple more cards about that message. Talk to me about Eight of Wands. There is going to be communication. It's going to be actually, this is the sudden card, right? This is like feeling like it's really sudden out of, you may find that I'm getting this sense that the type of, because they've waited, because it's a Hail Mary, they're not going to tiptoe. This isn't going to be a hi, hey. They're not gonna subvert and be like, filling out the waters. They know they got to do something now. Okay, they got to do something now, and that's what they're gonna do. It's not gonna be a little. It's gonna feel shocking almost. It's like Two of Cups. Like immediately. This isn't like a, oh, let me feel things out. They're going to make their interest known immediately. There's no working up to something. There's no, like, the level of like directness might be, we got the Two of Cups here. It's I feel so drawn to you. I would love to connect with you. Can I have your number? Can I da da da? I don't know what it is. Like they might even profess a little bit of what's been in their mind about you. Like you are so fucking unique. I don't even I can't even put a finger on it. I love this and this and this. And like I am just so drawn. I really want to like get to know that better. And I would love to pick your brain on this. I would love to. There's something there with that. It's going to be a lot. It's going to come on strong. I don't think whoever's on the receiving end that is the doorway to their new life is going to mind at all. They will reciprocate. Because again, their new life has been waiting. Fucking told you. Justice. A heart light as a feather. You both deserve this. This is something that was always meant to, like, this is going to balance things out. This is kind of like, the reward for the journey that you've just been on. Between the Hierophant and the Justice, right with the Two of Cups, abso-fucking-lutely, this is the kind of situation that would be like very long-term, high-level commitment, marriage kind of thing. There's also just this making it right. Like they're not going to wait. The reason why it comes on strong is because again, it's a Hail Mary. They almost wonder if it's too late. They wonder if they open the door and their new life is still going to be on the other side. Because again, something knocked and they didn't open it. Something knocked. So whatever new life was waiting And I can give you the analogy of like somebody communicating with them previously and they left them. And so it's one of those things where it's like it feels as though I just feel like they're standing on the other side, just like, and then the last second they open the door and they don't know if if it's still going to be on the other side of the door, if their new life is going to be on the other side of the door. Like some kind of fucking rom com. So much emotion. A lot is going to be revealed. This justice card, a lot of truth is going to be spoken. The sword is in the upright. A lot is going to be revealed. A lot of emotion's going to come out. I mean, they're out the fucking gate. If, which it seems like, see, they don't realize just how in flux. They think that they've waited too much, but it's almost like I think they're going to score with this Hail Mary. They are thinking it's a long shot, and they will do everything to make up for making their new life wait. They're going to do everything they can to make up for. Ooh, two Leos. See, I'm a Gemini, but I love me some Leos. I'm a Leo rising, but I love me some Leo suns with some earth in there, with a little bit of earthy energy. I like that mixture. It's yummy. Okay. Anything else? Can I just say the energy of how much this individual holds themselves accountable? It's almost unfair. Who and how they want to show up in life is just, I think this connection is going to be so good for them because what they want to give out to the world, they need to be reminded they too deserve. And that's what's going to be given. Page of Swords again. That's what we were clarifying. They're gonna all of this, you will probably hear from them how long that they have thought about this, how long they sat on it, how it's made them feel sitting on it, thinking about this, what it is that they desire, why they feel connected to you. You're not gonna have to wait very long. They're gonna communicate all of this. They will be articulate. I just heard they're so articulate. Like even when they get lost for words, they'll keep clamoring until they find the right ones. They will express themselves. They will communicate. They will share. Again, it's that I want to be integral to. I want to be an honorable. This is somebody who really, really set out early in life to want to be an honorable man. Whatever, and again, this is. I feel like spirit is giving me their thoughts. So this is what they're saying to themselves. I will be different. So they're not going to like the idea that they made you wait. And the off chance that you're still like whoever I feel like I've got both on here. I feel like I'm talking to the masculine, but I'm also talking to a feminine. Like, you know what I mean? It's like It'll be so well received though. For the masculine needs to know it'll be so well received. I think they're gonna be shocked at how well received they will be. And I think that that might be a difference from their old life and this life. They are gonna be so well received. I think in their old life, expectation was placed upon them, and they measured certain aspects of life in how much they could give. I don't think they know what it really feels like to be received. They know what it feels like for people to take, but receiving requires a level of vulnerability and unzipping that it's like two souls melding together. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. This is the kind of on the fucking bottom we have the 10 of pentacles. This is the kind of masculine who um it hurts when they're not able to give. They whether it's acts of service or like they like to they're a giver and giving satiates a sense of I don't know if I want to say purpose, but like it's a form of allowing love to flow out of them. And if they can't give, they feel like they're holding it in, and that is painful to them. That feels uncomfortable. It's like cutting off and so they feel more like themselves when they can give. If you want to call it a provider, whatever, but I would say this is more of a giver. Four of Swords. I promise you, when they finally communicate, when they realize that the Hail Mary worked and they reach out and they connect, that is what brings peace to their mind. It's as if, again, the justice over here, where we're like, you just like it was all worth it. The bravery, the disconnecting, the pursuing what it is that they want and desire, honoring themselves, it's all worth it. And it just brings them peace. Okay, that's it. That's the reading in two parts. I'm so sorry that things have been what they have been. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I hope the message finds whoever it's meant for. I hope everybody has a fantastic and wonderful day. And I will see you again later this week. Yeah, later this week. Next reading. I was saying later this week because they were giving me to remind that this feels very, very anchored and pertinent to the next week, this week. This message does. So, all right, guys, I'll see you later. Y'all have a great day.